Okay, as promised, I am back. I'm using the hand tool now to move this over. Remember, H is for hands. The next, we want to use spiral. And whoever was sitting at your seat last, the spiral will probably open the way that they left it. Okay, so with this, you can click and drag. You can also manipulate the look of it, which is kind of nice. You can sort of taper it or whatever. So mess with that. I'm sure you can probably do dashed lines. Again, this one says it aligns them, and this one gets it to the exact dimensions, just so you know. That's why the one tip on this one wasn't pointed. All right, so I'm going to make a new one. And look, you can also use the menu here. I want to cancel that. I just want to click away and then uncheck dashed so that my new one, get the spiral tool again, my new one is going to not have the dashed lines. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click and drag, and this time I'm going to hold command. See what that is doing. This can get glitchy like the star, so be careful. Another thing you can do is the up arrow to get more. And I haven't released my pen or my mouse yet, okay? And the down arrow can give you less. You can keep mousing and still change it more with command. This time is command. Option looks like it's sort of flipping it. And again, the up and down arrows. I just tried the side to side arrow and it didn't do much. Okay, so that is one way to control the spiral. I've actually never used the menu for the spiral, so feel free to play with that to see what happens. I don't actually know what decay means. Decay maybe means it's just getting it like farther out. All right, so the grids. You have a rectangular grid tool and a polar grid tool. You're gonna do 4 of each. So a normal one is like click and drag. However, while you're dragging, you can use your up arrow to add more rows. You can use your side arrow to add more columns, your left side arrow to add less columns, and your down arrow to add less rows. All right, you can also manipulate the look of this. If I haven't shown you the drop down for stroke weight, there it is. Again, do everything while the item is selected. That's kind of cool, it bloated it. So let's try another one. It's going to be what I had before. Okay, so just give me 4 different ones. And then the polar grid is similar. You can use your arrows while you're mousing, so you have to have an active shape. Oh, that's kind of cool. It looks like perspective warp, doesn't it? Okay, so this is my down arrow to do less concentric circles. Up arrow to do more. Side right arrow adds more of the raise. Left side arrow is less of the raise. Okay, I'm not sure why that had, okay. I was wondering why there was a dashed line in there. It must have been part of just like the selection. Okay, so I'm gonna do another one. Just gonna make this one different. Okay, so remember, you're gonna ignore that middle line. And oops, you could work with that if you wanted to. I'm gonna switch to V on my keyboard to select it and start to manipulate that. I believe you can also add a fill to that. Yep. And you can manipulate that stroke. So let me, oh, I don't know why it happened to like 3 areas. My hand tool instead of all of them. That's kind of weird. But you can also manipulate things with the direct select tool. So that's this, remember this is A, direct selection. It's going to allow you to manipulate pieces and parts. So you find an anchor. If you don't see the words in pink